the sky.
Hello, I'm not in a good mood. I've just had the worst 10 minutes of my life. I'm absolutely fuming, but whatever. Yeah, so the fixtures have just been announced, and I'm literally going to get on with looking at them. So up on screen here is the official website for the Premier League, specifically for the fixtures. And immediately my eyes were drawn to Brentford at home to Arsenal. Burnley at home to Brighton, Chelsea Crystal Palace, Everton Southampton, Leicester Wolves, Man United Leeds opening day, Newcastle West Ham, Norwich at home to Liverpool again, Spurs Man City, Watford at home to Aston Villa, Brentford at home to Arsenal. What a game that could be. What a game that could be. Saturday 14th of August this year. Brentford versus Arsenal. Burnley versus Brighton. There's your first 0-0 of the day. That's going to be your Saturday 3 o'clock. But I'm assuming the kickoffs are going to be back to normal. 3 o'clock. 4 or 5 matches at 3 o'clock. Couple of games on Sunday. And then obviously maybe potentially a Monday evening. But I reckon if there is a Friday night fixture, I have a feeling that potentially that could be either Norwich Liverpool or Brentford versus Arsenal, if we're going to go down that route. And then Man United Leeds could be the lunchtime kickoff. Spurs Man City, that's going to be on Sunday. So yeah, sorry, I know I'm coming across like a miserable star. I've just literally had the worst 15 minutes of this last month. Just ridiculous. And I generally just don't know what I'm doing. It's telling me that the signal's all down and everything. So, and of course, you can't see a bloody thing on screen because for whatever reason, this stupid page is completely grey. And I don't know why. I wonder if I was to highlight that, does that actually come up on screen just of interest? Hey, yeah, it does. So, I'm not going to bother apologising because I've literally just done this off the cuff. But the following week, Arsenal-Chelsea. What? So, game week 2, as we like to call it. Arsenal-Chelsea, Villa-Newcastle. Who've we got? Liverpool. Oh, we beat them last year. Maybe get another result. So Liverpool have got Norwich and Burnley, the first 2 fixtures. This is so deja vu. Just the other day, it popped up on recommended to you on YouTube. The stream that Jason did when it was Liverpool-Norwich, when he went on for like 6 hours. And yeah, this is just deja vu all over, and it just brings back memories of, this is 2 years. It's really weird to think, it's like last year, so for me it's like it didn't even happen. This was like the year before, and yeah, Christ, that was when Jason revealed his team, and I was absolutely fuming that he changed all his mind and everything. And I think it was the fact that he bought Pookie in the end or so. Oh, that's right, I bought that sheet, didn't I? Christ almighty. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to deliberately go on Twitter and just, this is probably going to look a bit more, get off, this is going to be a bit more live. I might just go on each team. Let's just check Liverpool, for example. It's bound to come up with their fixtures once it loads up, but of course it doesn't because it's so slow for some reason. Oh, there we are. The first 4 for Liverpool up on screen. Chelsea and Leeds are the other 2. Chelsea and Leeds. Wow. Christ. That's Liverpool's first 4 fixtures. Norwich, Burnley, Chelsea, then Leeds. Oh my God. Chelsea winning the Premier League, by the way. So Liverpool taking on the 2021-2022 champions in game week 3. Ooh, nice. Very, very nice indeed. So let's just see who's in chat, because to be honest with you, I haven't said anything. But hello to all. I don't recognise that name, Justin Tay. And I haven't seen that name for a very, very, very long time. Very long time. Denver, good morning. Morning, pal. Madeline Tudor, Harbour Boy, Ramanathan, Ryan0605, Podner, Nuclear Atoms, Dread. Loads of people here. Corey. Yeah, Man U versus Leeds, first day. Nasu. Another name I haven't seen for ages. First 5 games for Liverpool. Norwich, Burnley, Chelsea, Leeds, Palace. Palace under Nuno. Has he been confirmed that? Nuno Santo Espria, whatever his stupid name is. Hello, FPL Fiaco. No idea who you are. Welcome. Ray Joyce. Another season. Yeah. Darius, don't recognise. Anybody that is new around here, morning. Welcome. Myself and Jason pride ourselves on regular streaming. We pretty much throughout the Premier League season a give or take a daily streaming service. So essentially, if you are completely brand new around here and love your live streams, because that's all myself and Jason do, is live streaming, keyword being live, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. What does Andy normally say? Hit that like button. He doesn't speak like that. But, so what have you guys been up to over the summer? I say the summer, it's just started. Don't even bother talking to me about the Euros, because to be honest with you, in fact, who's this here? Denver. I don't do Euro, no, nor do I. That's what I was going to say. I haven't even watched any of it. I've watched the equivalent of about 20 minutes, and that was in the England, first half of the England game. And by the way, if you're a betting person, essentially, England games will always end either 1-0, 0-0, either way. That's pretty much all you can bet on. I said it to a few guys at work. What you need to do is do these particular... So I gave them specific scorelines. If they had just taken my advice, they'd be rich men. Let's just click on Norwich, seeing as Norwich have just popped up on the screen. Let's see Norwich's. Fixtures are out now. Look at all this glamour. Look at all this glamour here. We're live. Obviously there, opening fixture versus Liverpool away. What a pain in the backside. What was it last time? 4-1? 5-1? Something like that? I can't quite remember, but let's have a look at Burnley. Burnley's first fixtures, with the same team that's going to be that ended last season. Oh, here we are. Oh, that's all right. Oh, that's okay. They've actually put up a full thing in front of me, which I can't read. Can't make it up, can you? I can't even read that. It's tiny. That is absolutely tiny, but that's Burnley's upcoming fixtures. I wonder if I can read this here. No. Oh, Brighton, Liverpool. Oh, Leeds. Is that Leeds? Is that what that says? I'm going to have to make that bigger for me, which I can't. Typical. Absolutely typical. Can't make that nonsense up. Let's go to something that's actually... So look at Chelsea's opening fixture. So someone said that they're terrible. Chelsea, a team that's just up the road from me. Here we are. The Premier League fixtures are out for the 2021-2022 season. Come on, man. Oh, why don't you just click on that? For crying out. Of course, the Champions League winners, which I was happy about. Very happy about that they won that. Oh, come on, man. Why don't you just give me something that works? don't really want to be going on that other crappy website. What does that say there? Spurs, bottom of the league, game week 1. Oh, because they're playing Man City. Yeah, Denver saying Tony going straight into my team. Yeah, I've already made a point that essentially I'm going to be loading up on the, depending on their fixtures, I'm going to be loading up on the promoted teams because they always do well. I can only apologise for the background here, but this is game week 2 highlighted there. Game week 3, if I highlight it, here we are. Is here. So this is game week 3. Wolves at home to Man United. Man City Arsenal, game week 3. You having a laugh? She having a laugh? Good God. Harbour Boy mentioned in the Discord members section about this is when you kind of want to start planning. Aston Villa versus Brentford. Watford are away at Spurs. And who are the other team? Norwich. Norwich are at home to Leicester. Oh, that's horrible. Norwich's first 2 fixtures, Liverpool and Leicester. Oh, God. Jesus, that's horrible. And then if we look at, oh my God, Norwich's next game is against Arsenal. Flaming hell. That's terrible. And then we've got Everton away. Oh, Christ. I tell you what, Brentford's fixtures are looking great so far. Absolutely. Tony boy. Tony's straight in the team. Absolutely. But usually, to be fair, most promoted teams, when they come up, they don't do too bad in these rubbish fixtures. They normally put up a fight. And usually, if you focus on the players which are normally the highest scoring players, etc., from the previous season, it's normally not such a bad strategy. Away at Wolves. Oh, that's brilliant, that is. Norwich at home to Watford in game week 5. No, we've got Arsenal. We've got Arsenal in game week 5. Jesus, it's coming so quick. So when is it again? August the 14th. August the 14th. And so there's the opening day fixtures up on screen. So the game usually launches around about, it's usually around, let's just say, July the 20th, roughly. Normally gives you about 4 weeks, isn't it, for the game to update. So yeah, I'm looking at about, what, July the 20th, or something like that. Let's have a quick look on here. So, wrong thing. Calendar, month. Yeah, we're looking at, I reckon the game will be launched Wednesday the 21st, possibly. Thursday the 22nd. Because we're going to assume that there's going to be a Friday night kickoff. So Friday night, that's the 13th. So 4 weeks prior to that. So 1, 2, 6. So it'll be about the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of July. The game will launch. So that's that kind of gets in your diary. I don't know when the Euros finish. If anybody wants to write in the chat when the Euros finishes, but yeah. Harbour Boy, you mean Villa's first 38 are awesome. Could Norwich games be like West Ham last year? They came out good from a run of fixtures. They still came out good from that run of fixtures. Like I say, usually 11th of July, Ramanathan's saying. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense then for, what was that, 20 days after? 10 days after, sorry. Who's that there? Flying Dutchman, Dyche. Who will increase in price the most? Fernandes. Salah will stay roughly the same. Mane will drop in price by 0.5, if not 1 million. I'll probably do at some point that price predictor game just for fun. I might do that. Hopefully it goes better. Hopefully it goes better than the quiz. But yeah, I would expect that Fernandes would get a massive increase. Fernandes next season is going to be a minimum of 11.5. Minimum of 11.5. And then you're going to have the likes of, say, like I said, Salah staying roughly the same. Kane will probably be about 11.5, possibly 12, but I reckon about 11.5, 12. You're going to have the likes of, I can't even think who else. Kevin De Bruyne may actually stay around the same, actually, bearing in mind he barely played last year. Who else is there? I mean, we got the old the dustbin truck coming through. Who else? So Arsenal, I think most of their players will roughly stay the same, give or take. Obviously a 0.5 increase for certain players, but not too much. Burnley again, roughly the same. Brighton. But it's the Chelsea lads. It's the Chelsea lads that are going to be interesting to me, defensive-wise. Defensively and attacking-wise. Werner will probably come down in price by 0.5 at most. He ain't going to be going down by 1 million. What was he in the game? 9.5 he came in at? I think 9 million would be representing good value. Havertz, I think, will probably stay the same. Maybe go up by 0.5. The likes of Jamie Vardy of Leicester. You got the Everton lads. I think, again, they're all going to stay roughly the same. Man United, like I said, Fernandes, Martial, Greenwood. Rashford's probably going to come down in price. Leeds, they're all going to go up by 0.5, if not 1 million. I mean, you've got people like Rafinha. Who? How much was Rafinha? 5.5, maybe 6 million? He'll go up to about 7 million, something like that. Newcastle lads, again, they're going to stay about the same. Maybe go up by 0.5, not by much. West Ham, they'll definitely go up by 0.5. Norwich, whatever. Liverpool, like I said, Salah will stay about the same. Mane will be about 0.5, 1 million cheaper. Firmino will probably stay the same. Spurs, like with Kane, he'll go up to about 11.5, possibly 12. Son, what was he, 9.5 last year? He'll go up to probably 10, 10.5. City assets, I think we're going to see quite a few decreases from the attacking perspective, but from a defensive perspective, way up. As Ben Stiller says in Extras, way up. Yeah? Watford, yeah, whatever. And Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, probably like an 8, 8.5, possibly peaking at like 9. Yeah, that's the point. Nuclear saying Kevin De Bruyne might go down to a 10.5. I thought he started at 10.5. If he didn't, then yeah, absolutely. Kevin De Bruyne will, yeah, he'll definitely go down. Lack of minutes, not many returns last year. So absolutely, I agree that he'll be going. But Dallas will be 5.5. I think he may be a bit more. I think he'll probably come up a bit more. Possibly even 6. Flying Dutchman thinking about Everton's Calvert-Lewin. What was he? 6.5, 7.5? He'll probably go up to about 7.5, 8 million. Nuclear Atoms, you may want to revise your strategy because Salah, I don't think, will be playing in the first game because he's going to the Olympics. So I don't know if... Well, I say he's going to... Oh, there we are. Semi-sweet potato straight in there. Players in the Olympics might miss the first game or two. Yeah, absolutely. And what was that? Buffy, the Champions League Super Cup winner. McNeil. What was McNeil in the first place? 6.5. I think he'll stay the same. Why would he? He's not going to go up. It would be a flaming... I nearly swore then. It'd be a disgrace if he went up in price. Denver saying Martinez to be 6. No chance. I can't see it. He'll be 5, 5.5. 6 would be... That would be taking the mickey. I think that would be taking the mickey. Theo. Good God, I haven't seen that name for a while. Yeah, I think that Martinez, no chance. It's just the fact he plays for Aston Villa. The reality is, you've got to think logically that the Fantasy Premier League kind of want to get people like wanting to play the game for starters. And unfortunately, as much as I agree with James from Planet FPL that to improve, one of the major improvements to this game and Sky would be to increase player prices. The reality is they're not going to do that. They're not going to increase any player prices to extreme levels that they should be. So for argument's sake, the likes of, I don't know, Fernandez, give or take, it would be great if he was put to 12.5. It will not happen. 11.5 is the minimum. 12 will be maximum, but I think he'll be 11. I think Fernandez will be 11.5 personally. So what's that? A 1 million. What do you call it? 1 million price increase. New Crams. Twitter will start posting price reveals. Yes. As Dan always says. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Bruno and Salah are locked for me 100%. Yeah, again, you really do have to, like Semi Sweets just said, regarding the Olympics. The reality is that there are going to be certain players, I don't know who other than Salah, that are going to be going to the Olympics. They ain't going to be playing in game week 1. And if they do, well, that's the risk that you're willing to take. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to deliberately scroll down to the final day of the season. The final day of the season, which is on, here we are, 22nd of May next year. Look at that. It's already been scheduled, the times. So the final day of the season is as follows for anybody listening on audio. Arsenal versus Everton. Brentford versus Leeds, Brighton versus West Ham, Burnley versus Newcastle, Chelsea versus Watford, Crystal Palace versus Man United. So Chelsea will be parading their Premier League title in front of their fans at Stamford Bridge against Watford. Crystal Palace versus Man United, Leicester versus Southampton, Liverpool versus Wolves, Man City versus Aston Villa. Oh, lovely jubbly. Man City versus Aston Villa, Norwich versus Spurs. Any news on the Spurs manager? Anybody? Anybody at all? Any info whatsoever? I thought Antonio Conte was supposed to be pretty much done. My aim this year is to take no more than a -4 per game week. Took 58 points last season. I made 200k. I took 160 or whatever it was last year. I was 1.2 million. AS Roma's Fonseca. I'm not going to proclaim to know anything about him whatsoever. Madeline Tudor, thank you for that. What's he? Is that a good appointment? Bad appointment? Don't care. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that appointment, or any Spurs fans that are watching this. What do you think about that specific appointment there? AS Roma, again, I'm not going to profess to be an expert on him. Yeah, Spurs and Roma have just switched their managers around. Yeah, absolutely. See if there's any nice graphics I can put up on. See him, Arsenal. In fact, talking to Tottenham, let's have a look. Any decent transfer news happened this summer? Like I said, I've been so busy. For anybody that cares, for anybody interested, I've been promoted at work, so I am very, very, very busy. Very busy. That's pretty cool what Tottenham have done here. That'll keep people looking at the screen at least. Yeah, so I've been promoted at work, so essentially prior to me doing this, I was doing some training that you can do here, and there was this one particular section, which was just... I just don't know why this particular company have decided to do that. It's ridiculous. Oh, thank you. We start where we ended. Leicester. Tottenham at home to Leicester. Okay. It's the thing I hate about using this. It's funny because when you see other streamers, they've got about 400 different things to look at. I've just got one. Well, that's Tottenham's opening screen. That is a rubbish. That is a rubbish, whatchamacallit, clip to look at. Let's have that one there instead. Let's get back on that one. But interestingly enough, yeah, so all that nonsense about... Oh, yeah, as well. I also found out today, not that it really matters, but So it took 8 weeks. 8 weeks for... my Twitter accounts to be unsuspended. And essentially they've told me that all you need to do is essentially tell the Premier League or tell Twitter, who in turn will then inform the Premier League that you will not use Premier League footage ever again. And I'm just like, just delete my accounts. I don't care. Just delete them. It's easier for you just to delete the accounts. I don't give a stuff. But, yeah. So I found that out today as well. But will there be less streams from you now that you've got a promotion? No. In fact, if anything, there'll be more. Because, ironically, I'm actually working less times. But I'm still doing early mornings. However, I only do 4 days a week. As it stands right now, essentially, I can actually do Friday evening stream with Jason. As it stands right this second, as we speak, I can do Friday night streams with Jason. I can then do Saturday afternoon or whatever streams. Sundays and but essentially, I as it stands right now, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is when I work, and Friday. So there'll be more members content for definite. There's absolutely 100% definite more. Whatchamacallit? Members content. Madeline Tudor saying about this. Fernandez, whatever his name is, of ASA Roma. He is not appreciated. To train some teams in Portugal, Porto, Braga, Pacas Ferreira and Shakhtar, and now the last one was Roma. So I'm assuming that a decent appointment. But Fonseca. So yeah. Someone just said then, I apologise who it was. Someone just said then about relegation predictions, etc. I'll be doing a stream on that closer to the... I wonder what this is. This will probably have some... oh, there we are. That's all right. That's quite clever from the Premier League. I'm not going to get killed for leaving that up. So... Denver asking about relegation and stuff like that. Burnley, absolute, almost definitely are going to be struggling next year. Wolves, possibly, depending on who they bring in. Norwich, Watford, Brentford you can put in there. But I have a feeling that next season, Watford and Brentford and Norwich could be okay. Southampton, possibly, you can throw in there. I'm expecting, depending on Crystal Palace's managerial situation, I'd expect Crystal Palace to be struggling next year. So yeah, it's the usual suspects, isn't it? Top four, whatever, same teams. Chelsea to win it, and no matter what, I am putting my money on Chelsea to win it. End of discussion. I think Leeds potentially could be caught out next year. And could they do a Wolves, have 2 decent seasons and then fall off? Possibly. I think that Leeds potentially could fail to... What's the word I'm looking for? May not be as impressive next year. I think they may have been worked out, certainly by the bigger teams that they did well against. But Nuclear saying that Norwich will definitely get relegated. Again, they're going to be in and around it for definite. Absolutely, I agree. But I don't know about definitely though. I'm not so confident as you are saying they'll get relegated. Geordie Kev, hello. Hello, pal. No mention of the Toon going down. They're going to be in and around it again. But for me, I just find that Newcastle can get results when they need them. Newcastle can get results when they need them. And I just think that they'll be okay. That new coach, whoever he is, seems to have inspired something within you guys. So yeah, I don't expect... There are worse teams. There are worse teams in that league than you that I have a feeling that will really... Burnley being for definite one of them. Give us a bold prediction. What's that? Give us a bold prediction. This is from RX Demon. Give us a bold prediction. I'm going Southampton top half. A bold prediction. Yeah, alright. Once the teams come up. I have a feeling that Brentford could do really well next year. I have a feeling that Brentford could do really well next year. I don't know why. It's based on absolutely nothing. But I have a feeling that Brentford could do really well next year. And I think possibly that potentially Man City may struggle. I think potentially Man City may struggle next year because of that loss in the Champions League. I just think that fatigue in the sense of they've done the Premier League 500,000 times. They've done the Carling Cup, whatever, 500,000 times. FA Cup, 500,000 times. It's the Champions League, and I just think that they did nothing in that final that impressed me much. And yeah, I think that, don't get me wrong, I'm still expecting Man City to be in the top 4. I don't think they're going to impress that much. You know, like I said, I'm going with Chelsea to win it. Liverpool to do really well next year. Tottenham, I don't know. Man United definitely. They're ones to look out for, possibly. Leicester could maybe get in there again, but I think, as ever, aging squad. But then again, Harvey Barnes could make a massive difference, so... What's that about Burnley again? Why are we set to struggle more this season, Steve, though? The reason why is because the quality of the Premier League is just getting better and better, and I just think that the fact that we probably will not be buying any players, and even if we do buy players, I just don't think that they're going to be starting, and the squad needs... we need players to come in that will challenge for places, and Dice just will not be doing it. And because of his... There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with playing the same players week in, week out, but they do need to... They do need to fear their places, but they just don't... Chelsea won't win the league unless they buy a striker. Don't we worry about that. It happens every single year. A player gets brought in for a European team. They struggle, despite the fact they did really, really well for their former team. They adapt to the Premier League. The following year, they do really well. I'm telling you now, what's his name? Werner will do really well next year. You watch. Werner, Havertz, Pulisic. That front three are going to be ridiculous. Thoughts on Haaland to Chelsea? I can't comment. I don't know anything about him other than he's just really, really good. If he joins them, he joins them. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I don't really know. Any transfer news for Burnley? I generally don't keep up to date with any of it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I really do not check on any of it, to be honest with you. Hello, Cape FPL. Tough start for Chelsea. Let's have a look. Let's have a look if they've put up anything for their opening fixtures here. I'm more interested to see when someone said earlier, about the price reveals. Oh, yeah, that's right. They didn't do anything, did they? Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. Damn. I'll just take your word for it. Chelsea have got tough fixtures. Yeah, it was. In fact, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I wonder if anything's been said on the official fantasy site. Just of pure interest. Oh, okay. All right, okay. They've kind of said this. Huh. Fernandez's first 5 fixtures: Leeds, Southampton, Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, and then they've got that generic video clip that I just put up. Right, okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, nothing of major significance, but it really is, like I said, Harbour Boy made a very, very excellent point regarding this is when if you really want to, the team planning starts now, and I totally agree. I think that if you want to do okay this year, then certainly start planning now is what I would say. What's that? Oh, I've clicked the wrong button. Get off. Any teams, mashed potatoes, any teams you will target for FPL that you didn't have this year, mate? To be completely blunt, I don't even know what players I didn't have, so certainly Chelsea. Werner, Havertz, to name 2. Man City might struggle, but Kevin De Bruyne will flourish, Nuke Rams is saying. Denver saying, I see reports Haaland agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Nice way to spend 150 million excluding player fees and agents' fees. That's amazing. That is fantastic. That is legitimately fantastic. £150 million. That is fantastic. I wonder how much you'd be in FPL. I'm going to guess 9.510. 9.510. They'll have, I say they learnt their mistakes. At the end of the day, Werner will go down in price. He'll be 9 million. He'll be 0.5 cheaper than what he was, and Haaland will be 0.5 more, if not 1 million more than Werner. That's what I see it as anyway. I'm going to try and get Pepe in my team. He was great. Yeah. Chelsea have Arsenal away, Liverpool away, Spurs away, City at home. Jesus Christ, really? Well, Arsenal isn't a problem. Arsenal are hopeless. Liverpool away, yeah, tough one. Spurs away, not that difficult. City at home, it's a tough game, but nothing I think that should concern them. I mean, the reality is that they've got the psychological advantage. Nuke Rams, Haaland will be 10 million. It was 11 million UEFA Champions League fantasy. Yeah, but these two games don't correspond. So, as much as, yeah, you probably are right that Haaland will be about 10 million. The reality is that, you know, does the game think that he's going to be another Werner, or do they think that he will be the same player that he was in Germany? And as Dutchman saying, I can't see Haaland struggling as Werner was struggling at the start of the season. So, oh yeah, of course, Jadon Sancho, if he joins, what is it, United, Denver, that he may be going with. Maybe going with Sancho. Whew. Right. I think I'm going to call it a morning. There's not much I have much left to say. So, yeah, there we are. That's the opening round of fixtures up on the screen. Obviously, a lot of you guys will be going onto the various websites and stuff. I'm sure that there's a possibility that Jason may do a stream. Unlikely, but I think that certainly over the next few weeks or so, there may be a stream coming out again. So, but I'm probably going to do a more. Christ, I'm probably going to do more members content over the next few weeks or whatever. So that should be interesting. And as I always say, if there's any members watching this now, get yourself into the Discord and go on to the members chat. And if you want to send me some questions that you want answered via a stream as a members video, just let us know. Just go in the Discord members only chat and away we go from there. But other than that, yeah, enjoy the rest of whatever you're doing. I'm just going to do a quick members video talking about absolute nonsense. Then I just want to enjoy the sun. So thanks everybody that tuned in and watched. And bring on, what is it, the 14th of August? Bring it on. Cheers as ever.